Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Bento Buster and today I'm going to show you how to make a Japanese hamburg. Okay, to kick things off I'm going to saute half an onion. Now I'm using a red onion, but you could use a white onion, yellow onion, whatever you have in hand. The next step is to hydrate your breadcrumbs by adding some milk, and they will fluff up nicely when that milk is fully absorbed. These breadcrumbs will give a hamburger volume, they'll also hold in all the juices, and they'll help give it a nice soft texture. For the patties, I'm using a combination of beef and pork, and a good ratio is about 2 to 1. So that's about 8 ounces of beef and about 4 ounces of pork. That way you'll have a nice juicy patty. Okay, now it's time to add the rest of the ingredients and incorporate them all together. Now this has many names. The Japanese call it hamburger, it's also called a hamburger steak or a Hamburg steak, and Americans might even call it a Salisbury steak. I guess for this video, to make it easy, I'm just going to call it a hamburger. Okay, now once it's mixed, you need to form the patties. So take a handful and toss it from hand to hand. About 10 times should do it. And here's a wee tip, if you slightly oil your hands, it'll make life a lot easier. In your pan, heat 1 tablespoon of oil over a medium heat. Then you can add your patties, but make sure you put a dimple in the top. Pressing down with 1 or 2 fingers should make a nice indentation, and this will disappear as they cook. Cook the patties for about 3 minutes on one side, then flip them over for another 3 minutes. Once they're cooked on both sides, reduce the heat to low and add the wine and the water. Now cover them with a lid and let them cook for about 5 to 7 minutes over low heat. And when the time is up, you can remove them from the pan because they are done. Now let's check out these hamburgers. Look at that, the dimple's gone. They're a nice round shape with some serious height. They look tender and juicy. I can't wait to try them. Now this liquid in the pan, it is liquid gold and it's going to be the base for an awesome, and I mean awesome, Demi Glace sauce. To make the sauce I'm adding some butter, mustard and ketchup and some tonkatsu sauce. Then I'm going to let that reduce down over low heat, stirring continuously. And once that's done, bam, lovely thick and rich Demi Glace sauce. Now you can buy Demi Glace sauce already made and it comes in cans and bottles and it's really good, but there is a real sense of accomplishment when you make it yourself. Usually I just pour sauce on this and eat it as is with rice or maybe some french fries, but for the purpose of this video I'll present it in a more Japanese way. This is daikon oroshi, it's finely grated Japanese white radish. And these of course are finely chopped green onions. And they both make a great topping for this hamburger. So, first goes on the Demi Glace sauce. Next, with your fingers, form a small mountain of radish, kind of like a little mini Mount Fuji. Now add a dash of soy sauce to the radish, or the mini Mount Fuji. Then sprinkle on some green onions, and we are done. And there you go, a Japanese hamburg, or as I like to call it, a hamburger. Okay, so let's see what it looks like on the inside and give it the taste test. Okay, it's looking pretty good. These things always remind me of a massive Japanese meatball. And yes, oh, it tastes great. It's soft, it's meaty, it's nice and juicy, and then you've got that lovely rich sauce to deal with. Now talking about that rich wine Demi Glace sauce, this radish really contrasts well with it. It's a nice little combo. I really enjoyed this meatball, hamburger. Okay guys, it's time for me to go. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Hey, and stay safe. Oh, and I forgot to add, the hamburger would go great on a Loco-Moco. Okay guys, I'm out of here. Happy cooking.